What's up, everyone, and welcome back. One of the reasons why I'm doing this video, because somebody asked me to do a video. Well, I wouldn't say nobody asked me. I wanted to do this video because somebody asked me, like, why do you have a monitor on top of your camera even though it has a flip screen? And one of the reasons why I say that is that my eyesight is not as good as it used to be. You know, I'm a little older now, so when I flip the screen, I can see, but I really can't tell from time to time how, if I'm in focus or nothing like that. So I got the monitor on top to kind of tell if I can see, like if I'm in focus, the lighting's right, all this other stuff. And I thought, why not just like kind of do a video and explain it? Because like I said, when I first got these cameras, I had a 32-inch monitor off to the side, right? And seen this big old display, which was fine, but I had to get the monitor every time and put it over there, set it up. And one of the reasons why I don't like that way is because when you look off to the side, you kind of can see it and tell. Like, it's a little distracting when you're watching somebody's videos and you see them do that. I say, oh, they must be looking to see if they're still in focus. So for me, I like the fact that I saw a big monitor of myself and see if I'm in focus or not. But it was distracting because when I was used to see my video, I would see myself kind of glance over and, like, you know, lose focus of what I'm trying to talk about in that moment. So I went on and said, let me get the Atomos Ninja 5 and put it on top. And once I got one, I loved it straight from the rip. I said, wow, that's how it should be, right? I said, I shouldn't be like wondering how I look. I was like, look, this is how it's supposed to be. So this is my Sony A7 IV, right? So it's look like this. So if I had the screen flipped out, it would look a little something like this. And it's a little screen. I think this is what, maybe a 3-inch screen, and this is what, a 5-inch display. So for the most part, you can see the big difference as far as the display size. And one of the benefits of like having it is because, like I said, unless your setup is like set up a certain way, right? Like Gerald Undone, I think I like how his setup is. He has a head-on camera off to the side, but his camera that's head-on like is a little higher, and he has this display like right there with a switcher so he can see both cameras. And I think that's like the perfect setup as far as like a head-on shot like this. And I don't have the space to do something like that, so I gotta, you know, you gotta make it work when you're doing videos on YouTube and just basically trying to make it work the best way you can, not overthink it for the most part. And that's why I kind of went with, you know, the monitor on top, because it just works out better. And wanting to do a big display to the back end or side or whatever you put it at, it works, but then there's stuff obscuring my sight on it. So it was like, that's not going to work. And the benefits of getting it is just, you can keep it on your camera, take your camera, your tripod, whatever, stand it up, line your shot up, get your mic ready, you good to go. See, when I had the display off to the side, I had to be like, all right, cool, I'm in here. But, you know, I kind of, like I said, from time to time will glance over and look over and see myself and then try to get back in the shot. And my eyes drift. And I noticed that when YouTubers do their videos, I do that a lot of time. I guess because I took acting classes years ago and I was on this little stage play. So you see the difference of somebody who's on film and who's in like theater. When you see somebody on film, you can kind of see their eyes drifting, things like that. And it's a little bit distracting, but only actors probably really notice that the most. But when you're in the stage play, you gotta be sharp no matter what you do. And I see when YouTubers do their videos, a lot of times they keep their eyes up. They'll look at the screen, make sure they're in focus, and kind of come back down. See, when you kind of like lined up this way and look up for a split second, it's not as noticeable because you kind of play it back and go like this real quick and come back into the shot. But when it's off to the side, you go like, yeah, and then you come back. So that's the benefits of having a monitor right on top of your camera. So it just makes things easier to kind of stay in frame and stay in shot. Because when I first got these cameras, I used the flip out screen a little bit, but I was, like I said, it's off to the side. You always see like, all right, I'm in the shot, cool. But sometimes, like I said, I can't see far away. So if I have the camera like far away, I can't see the flip out display that much. Like everything's a little blurry. So I get the bigger one. Everything's got the bigger font size and everything, and I see what's on screen. Like right now, I see like, you know, I'm in shot. I actually like this shot really much. I changed it up a little bit. I moved the stand a little higher and moved it a little closer. And I see I got more in the shot. And I got the Sigma 24mm wide angle lens, so you know it's a wide angle. And you can see my light in the background because somebody did make a mention of that in my previous video, said I needed lights. I got one. And see if I spice it up. I don't want to have like a gamer setup either, because I don't mind the colors, but I kind of don't want to have like a gamer setup. So I kind of want like I have a little sophisticated little corner where I do these videos. Now there's a bunch of monitors in the market, right? You have the Atomos Ninja 5, you have all kinds of ones. Then I seen ones with like little hoods and stuff like that. I guess if you're outdoors, if you're using like on a shoot or something like that. You got to find, you know what I mean, what works for you, what you're willing to spend. For the most part, these were, I actually forgot the price, but I'll leave a link in the description. So if you want to get your hands on one, you can. But that's just for me. Like if you just starting out, you want to do what you got to do. You use a flip out screen, do whatever works for you. Now the ideal setup is to have like a big monitor in the background. Have a, like if you have multiple cameras, you can have like a big monitor, have your switcher, and have see all your shots lined up. And just like I said, like I think Gerald Dunn's is like the best way to do it in my opinion, as far as having a head-on shot. I like his setup because, like I said, his camera is a little farther away, and he has the monitor right there, and so it's in the line of the shot of the camera. So I think that's perfect because it's like right beneath it, and I think that's the perfect way to do it. He has two camera setup, one here and one off to his left, and you see both shots within it without having to look to the side. It's all within the line of sight of the shot. And that's why I feel as though when you get one of these, it helps out your shot, and you don't look like you're, you know, as distracted. For me, you know, that's how I look at it. And that's why I think one of the benefits of having, you know, one of the monitors on top is just because for me, I like when I see some other videos, I see like boom arms in the shot. I find it very distracting. I see low mics in the way. Not as distracting, because if you watch a video podcast, they kind of have low arms and come right here. So for that format, it's not bad. But I think when you're talking tech or anything like that, I like pretty much nothing in the shot but the person who's talking. So you keep all your focus and attention onto that person. And I always think that's like really important when it comes to giving a review video of anything, or just like information about something, and being the focus of the shot. That's why I think, like, for a while, I didn't even have a monitor. I was just, you know, free rolling it, as they say. I would line up the shot and just hope I was in the shot, then go back and edit. I was like, okay, I can work with this shot. It's not too bad. So it wasn't a big deal, but it was something that you noticed. I was just like, all right, let me see. I'm in the line of lanes, and it was just a bit much. But, and like, I hope I answered the question this person asked me, because I was just like, okay, you know, I'm going to do a video and kind of get it all out the way and just kind of go on the reasons why I did that. And I got them on both my cameras. I got it for, this is my A7 IV, and it's funny that I recommend this camera because this is a 7K sensor and it's a 6K sensor on the A7S III, but that's just how it happened at the time. So it was just like I had that camera already, I'm gonna just use this and run with it. But and like with these, you can put a monitor in there so you can like record the display and kind of see, like if you're doing a camera review, you can kind of get the display information into the shot. Oh snap. See, I almost knocked it over. And you can kind of see what's going on if you want to see the aperture, the you know, focus points and things like that. So you can have that options when it comes to, you know, monitors like this. But you know, that's my reasoning why I got an external monitor for my camera instead of using the flip out screen. And that's the best solution and best reason why I got it. Like I said, my eyesight is not as good as it used to be, and I could see this one with the big old font sizes on the display. But that's pretty much it. Thank you for watching. See you next time.